Hello, everyone. Today is Monday, January 2nd, 2023. See, I got the year right. I got it right. I'm not still saying 2022, so I got to be careful. Sometimes, as far as March, I still accidentally say the previous year. Today is, so at the moment, it's 9:31 a.m., and I had a disaster morning getting over here. So I had a disaster morning getting over here and like on the verge of having like a meltdown, like a severe emotional meltdown. So I had a difficult time trying to go to sleep and then eventually went to sleep. I eventually dozed off and fell asleep. I don't know what time that was, but it probably was after 2 o'clock. I was doing a lot of twisting and turning and couldn't sleep for a while. But like around 4 o'clock yesterday evening, I was feeling heavily tired and sleepy. So they forced sleep deprived me last night. And I started to hear some thumping and booming noise at the from the next door hotel neighbors that was smelling like weed last night. And I forgot to mention yesterday that I heard some banging and tapping noise yesterday morning for about a good 10 minutes. I forgot to mention that. So I've been suffering such depression, emotionally, and feeling anxiety about the future and feeling angry and upset about the past and present and about a lot of different things. So um so I've been up since 4:30 this morning and packed up my stuff, and I packed up my stuff and left out of the hotel at about 6:05 this morning. Then I went to turn in my keys, and after I turned in my keys, I went to take the bus. Oh man, like really? That's the doggone police trying to instill fear. But about 15 minutes ago was a regular white truck that passed by, and it's like, what you coming over here for? You know? So there's a perp riding on a red bike. So 3 minutes in, and now I'm starting to get traffic because I'm doing a video. It's a black and red bike. He's wearing all black. So so now I feel distracted. So I was running behind the bus driver because he went to take a break and went to nasty ass fake McDonald's. And I was running behind him, telling him, wait up, you know. And I was running behind him, telling him, wait up. And then I was only a few feet behind him, and he hurried up and he ignored me on purpose because he's one of those abusive, narcissistic bus drivers. The white guy named John Smith. He gained a whole bunch of freaking weight. He used to be a whole lot skinnier than that, but so this is what he did. He kept ignoring me on purpose, deliberately ignoring me. When I was trying to tell him, wait up, that I was right, letting him know I was right behind him. So then he got on the bus, just barely closed the doors in my face. I knocked on the door, and then he wasn't gonna, he was narcissistically, he didn't even pull off yet, but he narcissistically was not going to open the door. And then he gave me a narcissistic lecture about how the bus comes at 6:20 and that I need the next time learn that I need to be here before 6:20 and this and that whatever. But it was 6:22. It wasn't perfectly 6:20 when he got back on the bus. So, and he got to the station very early too. Probably about nearly 15 minutes early. So he gave me a narcissistic lecture on, he's another one been giving me problems since 2019. So he would give me a narcissistic lecture and treating me like I'm too stupid to know what time the bus comes. So, any other bus driver, first of all, the normal bus drivers, they wouldn't have closed the doors in my face. And they wouldn't have tried to drive off and try to be evil. So that's the first attempt at trying to sabotage me trying to come to my first day of work, try to come to the job or whatever. Then, and then he did like the fake foster mom, and when she used to narcissistically lecture me about something, and then she would say, well, I'm not fussing at you, I'm just telling you. Well, he said something along those lines or something like that, but he got mad at me for knocking on the door. When other bus drivers, they would have just opened the door with no problem and let me on and said nothing at all. He really triggered him. He triggered and made me mad. He just wanted to be an asshole, So let me tell you what else. Then, there was a point in time for a long time I thought he was racist against blacks. So after that, what he did was he after riding the route for some time and picking up and dropping off some passengers, there was a black lady who got on the bus. Guess what kind of shoes she was wearing? Red. And so when she got on the bus, well, he stopped and waited for her for at least 2 minutes for her. He stopped and waited for her. And when she got on the bus and paid her fare, did he tell her anything? Nope. Did he lecture her about being on time? Nope. He didn't tell her anything. He loved her enough that he was considerate and waited for her. But this was a black lady. So then later on there was this black guy that got on the bus, and he had like a black and green big huge jacket on. And I was trying to ask him where he got it from, because he got an attitude when I tried to ask him where he got it from, because I was looking for something like my jacket. It's not as warm as I thought. It was like very padded and everything like that, So then he started a conversation, and I started to wonder if he was trying to hit on me. But he's like, when I asked him where he got the jacket from, he said, "Oh, Navy." He kind of got thought I was weird for asking, because I'm like, well, I was trying to see about where I can get a big coat. Then I heard that they don't sell them no more. I don't know why. So then we got off the bus, and I had to be at the damn station, the main big station. It's not big, but the main station, not the downtown one, but the other one. And so I was waiting on the other bus, and the bus driver, John Smith, he went, I guess, into the station and then came back, and he was looking down at his phone with his left hand while passing by me with his right hand, with his fingers, an upside down devil horns hand position while walking past me. And I'm like, well, this tells me everything I need to know. You act like you're highly narcissistic and act like you delusionally believe you're bigger, better, and higher than perfect and self-righteous, as I showed y'all about him being self-righteous about being on time, when normal bus drivers, they don't really give a. So, but when I turned in the keys, I was trying to let the hotel manager know that I had to check out and everything like that. So, and I explained to her my situation and stuff. But so I don't even know. They got bus drivers who be like 5 and 10 minutes late, or sometimes even later. So they have a license to eat food while on a bus like he did, and they have a license to be late when they want. But you're not allowed to be late. It's just like they can have extenuating circumstances that might make them late. If we all human, why they expect perfection out of us slaves? That's us that's supposed to be lower level. And for 85 cents, it was so hectic to for 85 cents, it was so hectic to take 2 hours to get 3 bus rides. 3 buses to get here. And going through hell make me feel like, well, if I had a few dollars extra, $5 extra, and I could have slept longer in the hotel, I could have slept longer, and also I could have taken an Uber and got over here. So damn, so it's like, so the second bus driver didn't really tell me much or nothing, but was nice. But I was very pissed off because he kept on slamming on the brakes unnecessarily, so much that I'm like, this don't make no fucking sense. And I figured he's doing it on purpose to perp me. So then the third bus that I rode, I felt like I was already ruined, because y'all know about me having OCD and putting a trash bag down on a seat because the buses are dirty. So me putting the trash bag down on a seat. And so it was counterproductive that I was forced to have to waste lots more alcohol to basically bathe in the alcohol to try to cleanse and sanitize. And I'm sitting here wondering if I got all the spots, if I got all the spots on my pants sanitized, or if I'm missing some spots, driving me up the wall. So that bus driver kept on slamming on the brakes. And I'm like, if you've been driving the bus for who knows how long, and it's a lot of the bus drivers who unnecessarily slam. They think it's cool to slam on the brakes and even slam on the gas. And they mainly do it on those short, ugly, green, raggedy ass green buses, and sometimes the short white buses too. See, this is a plane that's noise harassment. Come on, man. You're holding me up. So to make things even worse, the place where I go to take my shower, I was gonna go there this morning, and I had planned to go in there to take a shower so I could be super fresh. Take a shower and change clothes and get some clean clothes and have some jeans. So, because I didn't find out till yesterday that they said, well, you can't have sweatpants. And that's mainly all I got with me. But now, um, so the place was closed they try to say something about equipment failure. And there was a note on the door. And one thing, to ruin the target, they're going to make an issue they're going to make everybody suffer. As long as they don't care, as long as they make the target suffer, they're going to make the public suffer too. So a lot of people were mad trying to show up, and so I was really there's a perp walking her dogs over here. So it's almost 10 o'clock. I had no food or drink, not a sip of water or nothing in my stomach today. Nothing at all. And this is how I got to start work. But, so I wonder if this was all planned. Because now they're saying something about, for the past 3 days, the facility was supposed to have been open. But yeah, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and now they won't open until tomorrow. And I'm like, well, this is a setup to stop me from starting a new job. And there's another truck. So this is to prevent me from trying to start the new job. They started with the freaking hospital thing, that emergency room situation. And now, look what they're doing. So I couldn't even go into my locker and take a shower and switch clothes and get into jeans to wear. And that caught everybody by surprise. That just like that, come on, man, another plane? You don't even have to see it. Y'all can hear it. They're doing this fake plane thing on purpose to noise interruption, noise harassment, and to slow me down. So it would be a miracle if I can start the job today. I mean, if they can let me work today. It'll be a miracle if they listen to me and let me explain my situation and let me work today. So I was upset because I saw somebody up in that freaking office too. And they know about my homeless situation. I saw somebody moving around in that office. They were talking on the phone, and then hurry up and got off the phone. But then when I tried to call, they kept on rejecting and ignoring my calls. Well, after finding out that they were closed, I was trying to get in for emergency reasons to let them know that I just needed to switch out in my clothes and just get a pair of jeans to start my job. Or I don't have slacks or anything. I used to have slacks until the situation with fake retarded Trisha. Now I don't have slacks, none of that. I don't think I have anymore. A lot of stuff I ended up having to get replaced. And I didn't even know that I was going to end up in this predicament. And, everybody, I mean, come on, like talking about equipment failure. But because of the online gang stalkers, I can't tell every little detail. So that's why I'm skirting around and trying to watch my words or trying to use my words carefully. But it's time for me to go. And as I said, I'm letting y'all know what's going on. And nobody came through to help me out with an extra hotel room tonight. Nobody came to help me out with the extra hotel room for the night. Okay, this is the third fucking plane. I never hear planes over here, ever. They're doing this on purpose. So, I had a rough fucking morning. So also, nobody came through to help me today for just one more night for a hotel room. Plus, I don't know what time I'm supposed to end work. So I would need, if I were to if they would let me work, I don't know what time I would end work. But I don't know what time the job would end. But if it would end at a certain time, I would need help with like $30 for transportation for an Uber if I'm too late. But if I need help to get out of the rain tonight. And I may need help with like maybe $10 or $15 for some food. And then tomorrow I get the Social Security check. But I mean, that is just, narcissistic meanness that they don't care what the emergency or what the reason is, that they wouldn't let me. They kept ignoring my calls and rejecting my calls and would not let me in my locker for anything in the world. When back then they have, in circumstances like that, they have opened the door and let me in and just go and get what I need to get. The fact that they know that I'm homeless, it made me so fucking mad. And I'm going to end up feeling bad, having unwanted, intrusive thoughts all day long and won't even be able to concentrate or focus at work if I can start. But let me go, and I need help.